Hey everyone, I'm back with another doodle. I'm going to do something I think is a little bit more approachable for people because you don't have to freehand it and you use the grid behind it to draw your shapes. We're going to do like a mandala thing. The level of detail that I'm able to put down on this is probably going to be limited. Also, I'm not going to use mica or chameleon or any of that. I'm just going to use a plain black pigment. I think whenever I do these kind of designs, the colors always throw me because I don't start with black. It's a lot easier. It's like when you're drawing, you have to start with black. So now with the mandala, it's all about sort of repeating shapes around a grid. Once you get good at it, you just have like an imaginary grid, but there's certainly nothing wrong with starting with your grid. Don't try to make it perfect. Like once you have it all on here, the slight little differences, you won't see them. Nobody will know. Okay. In this case, we're gonna let it span like 2 bars. Just like two slices of pie. 2 pies. And 2 pies again. And then you just keep repeating the pies all the way around. I'm probably gonna have to come in here and clean this up a bit. And when it comes to buying this pigment powder, like I got mine on Etsy. I just searched for black oxide. Oopsie. I got a little weird. It's okay. Move on. Don't put the sweaty stuff. I think this is the point at which a lot of people have a disconnect from drawing because you get halfway through it and you think it looks bad. And so you just want to give up. But if you just keep going and you see it through, all of those imperfections will disappear. And by the time you get to the end, it'll look like an actual piece of art. I feel like I'm off, but whatever. We're doing this. Still in that circular boundary, so it's all good. Don't worry about it. I really want to just break out of this and draw some strange lines and then come back in and sort of fill in the rest of the flower. That's what I want to do. Now, if you're going to do this, just keep going all the way. Just go all the way. Follow the little grid and go all the way out. I've done these pictures before where I sort of start with something symmetrical and then bust out of it later. That's my jam. Learn the rules and then change the rules. And that'll make it so that my little missteps right there won't look so weird. Do you hate it? I'm getting off the grid a little bit, but it's okay. It's really not a big deal once you're kind of this far along, especially if you're not staying on the grid. If you're going to keep going along the grid, you definitely need to make sure you stay centered. But I've already breached the boundaries, so we're going for it. Well, that didn't really line up right there very good, did it? Oh well. Oh well. Just, are you yelling at me to stop? I could stop. I should stop. It's good to keep some negative space. Guess the big question is, how am I going to color this? There's some beautiful holographic flakes, but you got to put black behind them. And I feel like if I do that, we're going to lose this. Okay, I'm going to get this cleaned up. I'm going to think about the color situation. And we'll come back. Okay. Okay, I had to think about it. I think what I'm going to do is just take some regular micro pigment and just, color it on there. I'll put white behind that because I really want to grab my iridescent flakes and put those on and put black behind them, but it'll kill those black ones. So I just got some blue mica here. This is a really beautiful color that I got, I believe, from... I'm not really too worried about going over the black lines with the blue or any of the colors because, and you know the rule. The first color that touches is the one that stays. So you don't have to be super precise about that. That said, you don't want to be rubbing it too much because you definitely rub that powder off. And what I'm doing here is just packing the color on, not rubbing it. Kind of like doing makeup. You get a much better result with your eyeshadow if you pack the color on and don't rub it on. Funny enough, most of the stuff that I know about pigments, I learned from makeup channels. They know some stuff. I did a drawing similar to this. I'll show you a picture. It's really detailed. I called it breaking out. It's a good thing as an artist to let yourself, go beyond what you're used to doing. I think a lot of my drawings, I don't respect the negative space. I see an empty space and I want to put something in it. Just kind of blend that out a little bit. To look so patchy. Oh, look, that totally spilled. I kind of caught it in the lid, but there's a bunch of it in my box over there. That's not cool. I'm trying to pick the colors of mica that I know will be, popped off by white. Because ultimately we gotta put white behind this. The blue one's probably going to be better suited being backed by black, but it's okay. Put this away and I'll try to salvage it. It was too much. So let's... That one might be too similar to the one that we already used. Man. That's a way to screw it all up, I'll tell you. I have loose pigment on my glove. Ugh, okay. I hate mica pigment. Let's try that again. Hopefully I can sop that up. I gotta try to resist the urge to put every single color on here because that's what I want to do. But I won't. Okay, let's get it in there. I got some white mixed up here. Use some white mica and a tiny bit of glitter. I don't want to do anything to the color. Every time I mess with the background color of one of these designs, it just gets stupid. So we're just going to keep it basic and simple and easy. And that way you can't screw it up. And sorry about the noise in the background. Kids, they're loud. All right, we'll be back. Okay, let's get it out of here. I'm kind of nervous about this one. And there we have it. That's pretty nice. Looks a little like blotchy in some spots. I need to figure out a way to source like a smaller sponge brush, and I could potentially use a paintbrush, but I just don't have the muscle memory for that. My brain wants to do this, and paintbrushes, you have to have finesse, and I don't. That's not me, boo. It's not me. Looks like I got some white pigment paste that sunk down and Left some speckles, but hey. I get a little hard on myself about things like this, and I have to remind myself that people don't generally draw on silicone in reverse with powder and an eyeshadow brush, so I need to give myself a little grace. You should try this out. You know, there's like a divide between resin artists and real artists. And I think resin artists don't consider themselves to be artists. They just consider themselves to be makers. I don't think you have to put yourself in that corner, baby. It's pretty. I like it. I don't hate it. Let me know in the comments if you hate it. I can handle it. Anyway, if you got this far into the video, appreciate you watching. Be sure to hit the like button and all that good cheesy stuff. I hope you learned something. I hope you try something. You should. Till next time, folks. Bye.